Hello everyone, hello and welcome. I'm Ethys, here with Gruntamolus Dindagrabble, staring down the man, the legend, Hamon Holyfist. Now, a bit of a warning for you all, I'm not in my usual recording space today. I've had to vacate it for the next couple of days, but immediately preceding the next couple of days, I'm going away on vacation myself. So I figured we needed to do some recording because I want to be putting some videos up while I'm away, because I don't want to be, relaxing on the beach and getting stressed about, work that I should have done or should be doing while I'm gone. So we're in the same space as the birds right now. So you can and probably will hear background noise, including but not limited to smashing, crashing, rattling, broken glass, screaming, screeching, squawking, barking, growling, and strange Australian obscenities. But not gonna let that stop us. Can't stop, won't stop. What do you think, Hamon? Are we gonna level up some Pugilist? Are we gonna do several videos leveling up Pugilist? Oh, 'tis a fine day to be watching my Pugilists out there training. Tell me about yourself, Hamon. You mean to say you do not know Hamon Holyfist, the man who once ruled the Blood Sands? Well, mayhap it was before your time. I used to be a champion of the Colosseum, but these days I train young hopefuls as master of the Pugilist Guild. If you're interested in learning hand-to-hand combat, you're welcome to sign up. And if you're a scattering glad maiden, then you're especially welcome. Ha ha ha. Hamon's a smoker these days. What is a pugilist, Hamon? A pugilist is an expert in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, he forges devastating weapons of his limbs. Having said that, fists and feet don't deal near as much damage as a blade. What does that matter when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword? I'm pretty sure that Pugilist auto-attacks for a lot more than a paladin does. Hang on, I'm just saying. What a Pugilist lacks in destructive force, he makes up for in speed and cunning. Again, they're the top DPS. Stop saying they lack in destructive force, you're ridiculous. Although, there's a difference between Pugilist and Monk, I suppose. Rather than trying to deal great damage with a single blow, he pummels his foe with lightning-fast combinations. And more often than not, he does both because they are overpowered as shit. If you become as good as yours truly, your combinations will be so swift and seamless, folk won't be able to tell when one technique ends and the other begins. All right, I'll let you go sit down. In fact, I'm gonna have to sit down if I'm doing that voice for any great length of time. Now, does he have the same fist as Ethys? Is that telling? That might be telling. And this, of course, here is one day it'll be my likeness on that wall. That's the first guildmaster, isn't it? Old what's her name? Old what's her name? Hello, Gagaruna. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We Pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and fins, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train our discipline than here. If you would want to pass the Pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? Yes, I will. A decision you'll not regret. But before we proceed to the paperwork, it's essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since times immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea. Each evolving... What is Eorzea? Eorzea. Each evolving independently from one another. The origin of pugilism, as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles clashing together on the Blood Sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. You mean Ida? No, not Ida. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare hand fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators, and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Uldar quickly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. This woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practice here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modelled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told you the tale 1,000 times, but God, it never fails to flame the fans of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. I'm ready, let's do it. So, you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. Master Hamon is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Bloodsands as the Holyfist, although he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you! It's burning within me, Hamon, and this time, it's not gonorrhea, I swear. Past time you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? What? Dancer? Dancer confirmed. Oh my god, Hamon. You're a prophet. You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent. I swear to the gods. Oh, you lecherous old man, you disgusting archetype. What? You're here to enroll! Well, why didn't you say so sooner? In the capacity as Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer in the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. I think you've got Alzheimer's, dude. You were telling me this not 3 minutes ago. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah! Oh, crikey, I've spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. Give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. I can go at least as far as you can, old boy. Yes, you do have a fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log. Opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so, as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of horror. They're that old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now, I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. Alright. Wow. Wow. I forgot that Hamon did quite that amount of talking. That's gonna shred my voice, and I don't care. Helm of Light, yes, it's getting an XP boost. Falconer's shirt. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kinda tempted just to go pantsless, but we'll put some pants on. And what we got in the way of shoes? Strife boots. That'll do. That'll do. Now, I believe I've also got real talk, like, how the fuck do our do earrings? Like, do they pierce their horns? That's kind of fucked up. That's fucked up. And a brand new ring. Yeah. Okay. Hamon wishes to teach you your first lesson. Looking every bit of pugilist, son.
Now the learning can commence! For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the aura I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell say.
What's a spell say? Okay, let's get to it, I suppose. Bloody hell. Now, while we're doing this, there's actually not much to speak of Pugilist lore, other than what we have just learned. And monk lore, of course, we'll talk about once we get around to monk. But it's really interesting to me that the origins of Pugilist is not just in a sort of Thanalan martial tradition, you know what I mean? And that we do have this idea of the Colosseum being a melting pot for martial disciplines from all around the realm and all around the world, and yet, you know, we sort of hone in with the monk into the Alamegan discipline, right, of monk and their martial arts, which, you know, it's more specific than Pugilist, but at the same time, like I say, it's a bit narrower. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, obviously it's not going to happen in 4.0, given that we're spending so much time in Gear Bunya in 4.0, but I wouldn't be surprised, particularly now that there's not really many monks left, that as we start to, you know, explore new parts of the realm and new parts of the world, that we end up incorporating some of these other martial arts style that apparently inspired the Pugilist into the monk abilities. You know what I mean? We become more of like a mixed martial artist, for lack of a better term, because that's what the job quest for Heaven's Ward kind of focused a lot on, this idea that, you know, we've mastered the discipline to the point where we're actually developing our own new techniques now, right? And I like that. I think that's awesome. You know, where do we have to go now? We have to go to Central Thanalan. Right, well, we'll just go around the corner here for it. Alright, now we're most definitely... Oh, how did I miss that? Most definitely going to be at level 5 by the time we head back to Hamon. So that's good. We can do these episodes back to back for the time being. And I think when I can, I'm probably just going to go and grind through Palace of the Dead, so I don't have to worry about like gear and stuff like that, and just smash that until we get through to level 30 or whatever it is, and just yeah, smash all these quests out. Because like I say, I'm going away, was it day after Christmas, so it's in a couple of days to date this episode, I suppose. And ideally, I've told myself, you know, I'm not going to be able to stream, I'm not going to be able to do any work on YouTube stuff while I'm gone. That I want to try to put a video out at least every second day. Oh my god, look at that, doing the cure. He's got the floating fist weapon. That's amazing. I want like a ranged attack to actually do that. You know, we've been seeing in the Stormblood trailer, right? Ida is using the kunai, and I've been suspecting that maybe that might end up finding its way into the game as like a piercing talon. It's piercing talon, isn't it? Yeah, piercing talon equivalent for monk. But I think now that I see this, I'd rather see them like do a cast and just like blast their fist into someone's face. Their fist weapon, I should say. Rather than like a Kamehameha or something. Just like launch their fucking fist weapon right into the dude's face. Or the lady's face. Let's not be exclusive here. Look at this Muppet over here fighting a Duskwhite freelancer. They're always fucking Duskwhites. Why generic bad guys always fucking Duskwhites? You know, it really chibbies my Russells. It really does. Anyway, see, look, we're already level 5, so we're Gooch. We are Gucci. We are the Gucciest of Gooches. Alright, I punched some things. Give me some more things to punch.
Ah, you're back, and none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. So get out there, Grunty, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Ha 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 ha.
The next visual is reaching level 5. Alright, and we are, of course, already level 5, so I'm going to jump straight into it. But for those of you at home, thank you for watching today. The next episode will be out tomorrow, or the day after. For those of you wondering, I'm going to be back on the 8th of January. January 8th, 2017. Again, to date this episode. So, if you're wondering when our regular Twitch streaming schedule is going to return, it will return then. If this is the first you're hearing of a regular Twitch streaming schedule, then go check out twitch.tv/EthysAsher. I've been streaming 4 nights a week for 4 or 5 hours, usually. Sometimes more. Occasionally less, usually more. Anyway, that's it for episode 1. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!